All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Josh Fields. I'm with the Muse Collection. As Nina said, I'm based in Dallas, Texas. I have going over well over 22 years in the travel industry, from everything from starting in the hotel, working all my way to sales, to group sales, to the MICE market, to luxury sales, corporate sales, and now sitting in a global sales position, handling more of the leisure market, which is so much fun. Um, I've been with the Muse Collection since 2000. I actually got a job during the pandemic, and Vivian Chambers is the owner of the Muse Collection, which we'll go over our company directory in a minute. But her and I go way back for 10 years before that. She was my global rep when I was on the hotel side. And she always said, when are you going to come work for me? When are you going to come work for me? Well, pandemic hit and I needed a job. So it worked out perfect. And we've been a great team. We started with just two, and now we're sitting with four people on our team. When I joined the Muse Collection, we had about 10 hotels and a couple DMCs, and now we're currently sitting roughly, I haven't done a count recently, but around 70 hotels, 16 DMCs, and two tourism boards. The best way to work with the Muse Collection is just to keep us in the loop of your bookings, because when you send us bookings, we like to call it a Muse VIP. You may be part of a certain consortia, whether it's Virtuoso, Signature, Ensemble, Travel Leaders, any of those consortias. Most of our properties and members will recognize those amenities if they're not part of that. Some of them are hard to get into Virtuoso because there's too many Virtuoso properties around the area. And we know with certain consortias, you may have to meet a certain minimum. But we're happy to help you get those amenities if it's not, as well as when it comes from the Muse Collection, we kind of put you up on a separate level as well on top of that. So you get a little bit more additional VIP. Now we know it's hard to remember which rep goes with which hotel. There's so many hotels. I can't remember everyone. So I am, you guys are actually the first people to see this. So we're still in the process before we make it super live, but of our 2024 directory. And it's going to be a link that you can guys put right under your favorites, because we're going to be your favorite rep company after this. And it's going to be very clickable. So for instance, oops, can everybody see the screen? Assuming yes, if not, please just unmute and shout at me.
Yes,
Um,
we can see it.
Perfect. Here's our table of contents. This is where we are located. We're very heavy in Italy, France, England, Scotland, Ireland, Switzerland, Spain, Portugal, Greece, Morocco, Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, United States, China, Dubai. We have some villas and glamping properties, two tourism boards, which Nina, you mentioned Curacao, they're one of them, and then Anguilla is the other one, and then our DMC partners. I can't go into all of this or else we'll be here all night. So what I'm going to do is briefly go through it all slide by slide, just so you can see some of the properties and some of the cities that we're in. But before I do that, I'm going to jump down to our DMC partners. Here are the DMC partners that we work with. Now, a lot of you know why you work with DMCs. If you don't know why you're working with DMCs, they're really going to help you with everything you need as a one-stop shop. And what I like to say is, think of me as your Google. If I don't have a hotel, I may have a DMC. If I don't have a DMC, I may have a hotel. If I don't have either, I'll help you find somebody because I'm a nice guy. But these are our collection. This is what we have here, from anywhere from Greece. Um, Creative travel is probably one of my favorites, and it's such a difficult sell. India is a very difficult sell to the American market, but if you have anyone that's looking for an experience of a lifetime, Creative Travel will do that for you. And they have a sister company at the bottom, Jungle Sutra, and Jungle Sutra is the only wildlife DMC in India. Literally, the guy's title on his card is Head of the Jungle, and kind of a little bit jealous because I wish it was my title one day. But they do such a fantastic job. I would say about 70% of these DMCs I've been on fam trips myself. So I know how they run, I know what they do, and I'm one of the type of people that it's going to let you know if you tell me more about your client, I'm going to let you know if it works for you or not. Compass Brazil, Deluxe Argentina. We have three in Italy. We have one that specializes just in the Dolomites, and then we have Inter Travel Viaggi in Italy My Way. Egypt, Excel Travel, such a fantastic thing with everything that's going on over there, because of the war and everything. A lot of people don't want to go near Egypt, but they are making sure that the clients are safe, and they're really touching on that to the clients. So it makes you feel good about sending somebody with this company. Caravan Travel in Turkey, fantastic. KPI, Key Promotion, they do Monaco in Switzerland. Magic Travel handles a lot. They do Oman, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Jordan, Armenia, Georgia, Portugal, and France. Magical Colombia. Morocco Private Travel is the sweetest lady on earth. Amal, the owner, she's such a fantastic person to work with, and she does such amazing customized itineraries for your clients. I will be doing Taste of Dalmatia in April, and as well as Magic Travels in Portugal. I'm going next week for our Portugal properties. And then last but not least, truly Spain, anything for your Spain needs. Just going back to the list, like I said, we're very top heavy in Italy. I'm not going to go over all of them, but like I said, I'm going to just browse through. Feel free to stop me if you have any questions. Let me see. I do have the chat box up as well. Just sorry, Andre. A DMC is a destination management company, so they basically can handle everything from A to Z of what you need. They can handle. Sometimes some DMCs will do just land, some will do hotel land, some will do trains, tours, everything. So it's really one-stop shop, and I'm happy to go over that a little bit more. Going back to the presentation, Singer Palace in Rome, such a fantastic property. If you guys know the Singer sewing machines, this used to actually be a factory of it, and such a cool property, rooftop, great mixologist on property as well, and just location. Palazzo Repetta, this is at the bottom of the Spanish Steps in Rome. This is a new property that just opened up last year. Really nice, very authentic Italian. I'm not going to go through all the details. I'm just going to kind of browse through. Grand Hotel Palatino, this is close to the Colosseum. My favorite hotel in Florence, Hotel Brunelleschi. This property is amazing. I mean, this view right here, a lot of the standard rooms as well have views of the Duomo. The reason why I'm talking about some of these more, these are some of the heavy hitter properties that the American market really attracts to. And again, if anybody wants to go over more individual properties, feel free to schedule a call with me. I'm happy to do that as well. But to go over to the whole collection, we'd be here all night. Hotel La Gemma in Florence, Fiesole, another property. In Grosseto, we've got a beautiful property. This is more of like a wellness property. Grand Hotel Milan and Straff Hotel in Milan. And Montegrato Terme, which is a beautiful spa property, beautiful sanctuary, really well for wellness and gourmet dining. I'm a big foodie, so I eat my way through properties. Cesta Solaris in the Dolomites. As you know, the Winter Olympics are coming up in 2024, and they're going to be held in the Dolomites. So this is another fantastic option. Really cool thing about this property is they have a beautiful wine cellar room that opens up to a chocolate room, that opens up to a cognac pairing room. So a lot of our properties are all boutique. They're all 4 and 5 star, independently owned, very unique. Castle Hortenberg, Puglia, Cinque Terre, Asolo, Siena, Lake Garda. Lake Garda is actually the biggest lake in Italy. And this property is really cool because the architecture, they have architectures all over the world. And the one that may stand out to maybe anybody who's been to Los Angeles, the Getty Museum, if you're familiar with it, one of the architectures did one of the suites, one of the villas of the Getty Museum, from the Getty Museum. Hotel Eureka, fantastic property in Venice. This is more for travelers that are going to Venice that know Venice, that don't need to be in the square, that want something unique. This is about 15-minute walk from the square, or you can go to the Excelsior Lido, which is on the outside, which has a water taxi, but this is one of the only beachfront properties in Venice. And once you're on here, you don't even want to go into Venice because it's such a fantastic property. And then Amalfi Coast. We know a lot of people are having a hard time right now selling Amalfi Coast because rates are through the roof. Availability is so hard to find. Fiore Grand Hotel just opened up in April of last year. Brand new property. They went under a 10-year renovation to get this property where it was. They went through all the fixings. This is like taking a piece of Santorini and dropping it in Amalfi. And it's in a town called Fiore, which is close to Positano. Great property, and the rates are very, very, they're not high. I would say low season is roughly around 900 a night, high season probably about 1,800 a night, when everything else low season is about 2,500 plus plus. So they still have availability, and they just got a Michelin star restaurant. Sardinia. France, we have the Fouchon Hotel in Paris. And then we have a lot of properties. I'm not going to go through them all. They're all listed right here. And everyone's going to get a link to this presentation as well. Don't worry, we're not going to leave you guys high and dry. We're going to make sure you get all the information you need. But Esprit de France, this is a perfect 4-star collection. And then there are 5-star properties in Provence, Le Pigonnet. Love a lot of the properties. The locations are great. Everything where they're at is located is fantastic. I did a fam trip with them more in the Provence region, and it was amazing. UK, big market right now, especially from coming from America. It's a great stop off for pre or post. We're with a couple of different collections in the UK. So one of them is the Cheval collection. Now, this is a great property for anyone that needs more of an apartment, traveling with kids, because they're all luxury apartments that run like a hotel. The only thing you don't have is a pool, restaurant, and room service. So without those things, but you're in London, you walk out the door, there's 12 restaurants right there. So it's a fantastic property, washer dryers in every room, kitchens in every room, and the price point is not high as well. And there's no minimum night stay for a good portion of them. There's about 9 of them in London. I would say 7 out of the 9, no minimum night stay. So these are just some of them. This was one of my favorite ones, Gloucester Park. And then moving on, we're also part of the Doyle collection, which has the Kensington, the Marylebone, Bloomsbury, and then also iconic luxury hotels. So that hotel in Lido, Venice, I told you about, they're part of iconic luxury hotels, and they brought in the rest of the collection of iconic luxury, which is the Clifton House, Chewton Glen, Ligon Arms, Leven Cadogan Gardens, Mayfair Townhouse, and the Chelsea Townhouse. Scotland, part of the Cheval collection as well. They have 3 properties in Scotland. This is such a unique property. It used to be a bank, and they turned it into apartments, luxury apartments. But the 2 vaults, one vault is used as kind of like a HIIT workout class. The other one's a gym, and then they also have a lounge in the basement as well. So they really did some number on this. Now, the Edinburgh properties are a little different than the London properties, because the Edinburgh properties do have a restaurant at 2 of the 3 of their properties, with room service and stuff. Abbey Strand Apartments, this is only 9 apartments right next to the Holyrood House, which is basically the Buckingham Palace of Edinburgh. And this is actually owned by the royal family. So I think it's kind of a cool thing, because the royal family does stay there when they come into town. Old Town Chambers is their 3rd one at the start of the Royal Mile, where they laid the Queen to rest. The church is right there, and you go all the way down to the Holyrood House just for a beautiful little walk. Ireland, part of the Doyle collection, we have Croke Park, the Westbury, Riverlea. And then in Switzerland, this one's my little baby, the Kempinski St. Moritz. We just signed them in December. Such a fantastic property. St. Moritz is the best. We really have to try to steer clients away from skiing in the US, because everyone goes to Aspen, everyone go there, but who can say they ski the Swiss Alps? And this is one of the only ski and ski out properties in St. Moritz. So St. Moritz is very glitz glam property. This is just a fantastic, this is probably one of our biggest properties that we have in the collection, with over 200 rooms. Most everything else is 100 rooms or less. And then Villars Palace, this is close to Montrose. If you have anyone that attends the Montrose Jazz Festival, it's about 45 minutes away. It's a great little area, great restaurants, and they also have some 3-star properties that are in their collection as well, if you're looking, or if there's kids that are traveling that want to go to Switzerland. Spain, Príncipe in Mallorca, Ibiza. We're part of OD Hotels, which is Ocean Drive, kind of like the Ocean Drive in Miami. They have OD in Ibiza, Barcelona, Madrid, and then Seville. And Bless Hotels, which is part of Palladium Hotel Group. They have Bless Madrid, Bless Ibiza. This property was phenomenal. I was there in June. Amazing, amazing. Only You is also part of Palladium, which has Madrid, Malaga, and Valencia. And then this is a new property that actually starts March 1st. So you guys are probably the first to see this, because I haven't talked about this to anybody yet. I literally just put it in my brochure today. So I'm still waiting for my onboarding to talk to them. but another property in Ibiza. And Ibiza is a destination where a lot of people think it's just a party zone. Now you can get to the party zone, but there's also a great R&R factor of it as well. So we want to really educate your clients that, you can still go to Ibiza, have a little fun, but still relax, get some spa time, beach time. It is beautiful. I'll be in Portugal next week at Savoy Palace in Madeira Island. Madeira Island's about an hour flight from Lisbon. It's a beautiful island, and they have some other properties part of their collection as well, but we just represent the Savoy. Greece, went to Greece in June. The Santo collection is in Santorini. This is in Ia, which is at the very tip of Santorini. So this is more kind of away from all the boats and all that stuff. It's very nice boutique neighborhood, very high end. It's a 5-minute walk from the little town to go to all the restaurants and shops. But they have 3 properties, and the Santo Mine and Santo and the villas are opening up this April. So it's such a fantastic collection, beautiful rooms, all renovated and very Santorini, all clean, white. Every room has either a jacuzzi or a pool or a combo. Grand Resort Laganisi, if you're sending anybody to Athens, this property is a perfect property for pre or post. This will kind of just get them more acclimated with the time. They can relax before they head in for all the walking tours and history tours and cooking classes. And our DMC that we tie in with this is phenomenal. Alunda Bay Beach Hotels and Villas and Alunda Bay Palace Hotels. This is one property or 2 properties on one piece of land. This kind of Alunda kind of put Crete on the map. And Crete is such a fantastic little boutique island. We had such a great time there. These properties are by far stunning, must go if you're sending anybody to Greece. Morocco, we tie in Morocco private travel, but we have Nara Camps, which is a little bit glamping site in the desert of Aceh. Argentina and Patagonia, we have Villa Bellino, as well as we have DMC. Brazil, I don't know if anybody's seen Twilight, the honeymoon scene. It was right here at Sandy Hotel, and Sandy also does have some villas as well. We would always tie in our DMC for this because Paraty is not a big island where a lot of Americans go to. So we want to make sure that we're selling it properly to them, that they can understand this is more of a hidden gem. This property is fantastic. The food is phenomenal, out of this world. And it's just a unique thing. So if anyone's looking for something outside the box, we got something for you almost everywhere. Mexico, we just signed with the SLS Cancun. And then the US, I'll be there this weekend. I leave Friday for the DuPont Circle in Washington, D.C. China, we have Songsam, which has 9 lodges, 3 retreats, and 1 glamping site. Dubai, part of the Cheval collection, is the Cheval Maison, which Cheval Maisons are more of their high-end properties. So this is more of your Uber 5-star properties. And then villas and camps, we have in Austria, Chalet Nen, and Magic Camps, which is part of our DMC Magic Travel. Tourism boards, we work with the Anguilla Tourism Boards and the Curacao Tourism Boards. So basically, what does that mean when you represent a tourism board? We basically can help you get in touch with any of the properties. If you need VIP arrivals, or if you just need some more information about the island and other things to do, we can help you get in touch with them and help you make a perfect memorable trip. I went over our DMC partners, and now here is our team. Vivian Chambers is our founder. I'm the global director of sales. Vivian and Jesse and Beverly are all in New York. I'm the one who had to go, rogue and go somewhere else, but I am based in Dallas, Texas. Jesse Leapow and Beverly Waldman is our project coordinator. So that is the Muse collection in a nutshell. Of course, I can go on for hours and really discuss every property one by one, but something to let you know is I have a scheduler on my email address. Feel free to schedule a call with me if you want to talk about something specific. If you want to talk directly to them, let them know. The key things with working with us is just make sure you try to remember to CC me on the emails. Tying in the revenue, let's just say it's something, oh my God, the Brunelleschi Hotel, I book that all the time. Here's the revenues. That helps us keep our partners with us because we're not measured. They can't really track what we're bringing in unless you let us know. So we want to keep the Muse Collection alive, keep our partners close together. And like I said, we do a lot of road shows. So I know, Nina, you said you're going to send me a list where everyone's located. I'll put that in there. If you don't mind, I'll sign you guys up for our newsletters. Our newsletters are great because we give out great offers. Like, for instance, OD Hotels in Spain right now is offering 18% commission. That is cruise ship bookings right there. 18% for Spain right now is insane, but it has to be booked directly with the Muse Collection. So that's why, to be on our email list is great. We also do twice a week, we do, or 3 times a month, we do webinars just like this, but it's actually our partners presenting to you. We know your time is valuable. We know it's hard for you to get away during the lunch hour because it's usually around 12 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Western. If you register for any of our webinars, you get the recording and you can actually watch it in your own time. And you may only want to see one partner, so you can fast forward to that partner. So it's a really great tool to get familiar with the Muse Collection. I do road shows. Vivian does road shows. Jesse does road shows. I am working on a fam trip um, application that we're trying to get it. I'm trying to get it approved right now, where I'm going to send it out to everybody, and you guys can let us know where you want to go and why, or where your business is driven, and you need to see this so we can get you on fam trips. Our fam trips are phenomenal. We do some amazing fam trips. I'm not gonna. I mean, I guess I'm saying it on a recording. I did take a fam trip to Calvin Harris in Ibiza. It was so much fun. It was and it was not planned at all. It was a last minute thing. So you never know what could happen on a fam trip with me. But we have a great team. I would say most of our partners will respond within 24-hour period to at least let you know that they acknowledge the email, that they'll get back to you, or they'll have a proposal ready for you. So with that leading, if anyone has any questions, feel free to put it in the chat or unmute, however you guys want to do it.
Okay, guys, go ahead and first of all, tell Josh thank you and that we appreciate his time. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat box. Lakeisha, thank you for answering that question. A DMC is a destination management company. Thank you, Mo, for answering that. If you guys have any questions, remember you can't ask a question to a recording. So while we have the warm body on the Zoom right now, go ahead and ask him any questions that you guys may have. In the meantime, I need you guys to type your full name, where you are living or where you're from right now, city and state, because it matters, and your email address all in one post so that I can send this chat over to Josh and he can add you guys to that mailing list that he was just talking about. We need to know who you are, where you're from, and your email address so that we can add you to that list, okay? Go ahead and put that in the chat.
We come to Raleigh every now and then, so it's good. And just to go back, I mean, while you guys are doing this, I know we kind of answered DMCs. DMCs are so important just because if you do not know the destination, they're going to be your go-to. And the great thing is, yes, some DMCs markups, but most of our DMCs will give you transparent pricing, meaning you'll see the breakdown of the room, how much the car transfer is, things like that. And you can choose if you need to mark it up, to get your commission. I see some advisors that are marking up to get 18% commission, 20% commission in their pricing. So there's a really good chance for you guys to make some money doing that as well. Of course, you got to think for the client and try not to out budget things. Clients know how to use Google as well. But it's a great tool, and our DMCs are just phenomenal. So anything you guys need, I'm here for you. Whatever works best for you works for me. I did put my info up top. I'm gonna just paste it again, just so if anyone new came in. Oops.
We do have a question for you, Josh. Do your hotel brands offer payment plans if booking directly through the hotels?
Payment plans, that would be every property would be different. I've never heard of a payment plan on my end. But again, there's new things that pop up every day.
So do they require deposit and you pay everything in full when you arrive at the property, or do you pay everything up front to book?
Every property is different, and of course the rates. Some will offer you a non-refundable rate, so for a better price, and you'll prepay that. Some just need a credit card just to guarantee. Some take a deposit and it goes towards your booking. Every situation is different. It literally just depends um, on the property. I mean, we know some of the properties more in Italy, like Amalfi Coast area, some of the big feeder areas, especially, they may take a one night deposit. And, if it's 2 night minimum, it gets applied. Most of them work with Flywire or another type of like payment system. So you could actually do credit card payments. Some will send you wire instructions, or some just ask for the credit card, you call it in and they keep it on file. So every property is different.
So that means agents, you got to do your job as an agent and do the research. And then as you're finding out this information, it would be beneficial for you to, well, I'm a person that has to have actual stuff in hand. But if you are okay with your computer, create a file for these properties and put the information in, um, what their policy is, where they're located, what the transportation from the airport to the hotel is like. Keep files on these things so that when you're ready to use them again, you don't have to go and redo all of the same research again. Work smart, not hard. I
Or
will
you can
print
just
this
take
stuff out and
that,
make a vendor.
or you could just take that link I just sent in the chat, save it to your bookmarks as your favorite new rep company that you just met, and then you have a little cheat sheet right there, right in front of you. And like I said, it's got all of our emails. If you choose to work with anyone else on our team, I don't take offense to that. We are one team, like one band, one sound. That's how we work. So I'm based in Texas. I handle usually west of Texas, but like I said, we don't have territories in our company. We're all one team. We just want to make sure our clients get taken care of. We want to make sure you look good.
All right, do you guys have any other questions? And make sure that you've said your thank yous because we really do appreciate you doing this on your time.
Appreciate it.
The evenings are a little different, and because we have agents from all over the US and from about 15 other countries, it's hard to find the sweet spot of what part of the day to get everybody on. So it's not too
No,
early or too late for, other people. So we appreciate you doing this during this time.
I mean, I work West Coast hours. I don't work Hawaii hours, but I work West Coast hours. But I appreciate you all for letting me also reschedule. I had no voice last week. It wouldn't have been a pretty
Oh,
presentation last week. So I really appreciate the flexibility you guys had and everything. And like I said, I'm always here for you guys. So whatever you need, I put my cell phone numbers on there. If texting me to say, "Hey Josh, do you have something here works best for you?" Shoot me a text. If an email, if you need to find me on Instagram, whatever you need, please. I work nonstop and it's what I do. This is what I love to do. We're in the travel industry for fun. I think maybe some of you may be new to the travel industry. It's the best industry out there. We are all family around here. We all want to make magic happen. We want to see great trips and memories happen because if we can't do this without you guys. So I want to thank you guys for all showing up at the end of your day as well.
awesome. Well, if you guys do not have any other questions, also a shout out and a thank you to our scheduler. She's a part of our leadership team. You've been talking to Lakeisha. We call her Mo, and she handles this so eloquently. So we really appreciate her for handling the schedule and getting these great vendors on. We will definitely have you back. What we would like to do, Josh, to see if we can have you back maybe quarterly to go over, or either you and some of your property, some of your vendors or some of your properties to do like a highlighted version of this where we can get one or two properties in a certain area. Maybe we can do something like that. You and Mo can talk about it, you and Lakeisha can talk about it and get that going. We would love to have you back. And when you're ready to start traveling again, we definitely want to meet up with you. Um, guys, if you don't have any other questions, again, we want to thank Josh and we will go ahead and end this webinar. We will see you guys Saturday for our, I believe we're having travel and marketing training Saturday. I'm not 100% sure, I'm not even really here right now. This is a hologram. I am over on the other side studying. I've got cases to brief. And yes, Adrian, I do have water before you text me and ask me. Yes, I have water. She's going to, I promise you, she's going to text me by the time this webinar is over. But guys, thank you for taking time out of your day today. You've made a
Thank you,
great
everyone.
decision. Josh, thank you. We will be talking to you again soon, and hopefully we'll see you in person really soon. You guys
Sounds
work your business like a business so that it can pay you like a business. Have a great night now.
Have a good one. Bye, everyone.